donated to the Amvets Post 126 in Grand Rapids today.
The painting will be dedicated ahead of Army Regiment 126 deployment in March. Joining us in studio to talk about how you can get involved, we have Commander Bob Green and Second Vice Commander Dottie Tissue. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
All right, so let's first talk about the ArtPrize piece. And Bob, how did they find you guys?
Well, when we went, the Veterans Council, the Kent County Veteran Council, there's a gentleman that was in there that knew that there was an ArtPrize that was being trying to find a home for. And so, anyway, I got notified of it, and I called Michael Freehand up and at Rockford, and he was very happy, and he even paid to have it delivered down. It's an art piece of 5 foot wide, 7 foot high.
There it is.
There it is.
And so, yeah, and so it's a beautiful piece. And so what I thought about it was, I always went and thought PTSD was a new thing that would come up, but that's a World War I painting. And back then they must have just called it shell shock or something, but you can see that the people there had just as much problem as we're having today. So we thought that would be a good thing to be put in our post to let people see that there's been a problem for a long, long time. And we got 2 people. Her husband's going to be talking about PTSD tonight, and I think your son, right? And so, and he's a medic?
He's a nurse.
A nurse. So he's going to be talking about it and what the life, what it is and what to look for and stuff. So that's going to be a good thing. And so, so the painting, I think it's wonderful. We dedicated one whole wall in our post for this painting, and so it's nice. And I think Michael Freehand, he is back from Florida. He left the next day after he brought the painting down to go to Florida. She told me he was back. I hope he can make it tonight.
It's such an important piece, and to just shine light on something that is so serious and that needs to be talked about and brought attention to, and especially ahead of the deployment that's coming up. So talk a little bit about that and why it was so important to kind of tie those two.
Well, when I first found out they were deploying again, my son is in that unit.
Okay.
So he'll be deploying also in just a few days. So they're with the 126, and I was recruited to be a part of the post 126 Amvets. So we just kind of like put the 2 pieces of the puzzle together, and we decided that we could sponsor the unit before their deployment. And while they're deployed, helping their families as much as we can, offering space for utilization of events. Anything that we can provide, we will.
Right.
So this, you guys are going to reveal it tonight.
Yes.
Can people show up? How does that work?
Absolutely. The event is at 6 p.m. at the Amvets Post 126, and that's at Eastern and 28th. It's 2929 Marshall. And we would welcome anybody that would like to come and look at the painting itself or part of the dedication. We would love to have them come.
Absolutely.
And the food is free. What's going to be there is going to be free, other than the drinks. But anyway, the Tommy Brand, which is the 77th District House of Representative, he has donated chicken wings and meatballs and stuff like that for everybody. And so if we told him there's probably more than 100, we hope they are.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, so he's went and done that, but he won't be able to be there tonight because he had another commitment. But we do have other dignitaries that's going to be there. So,
very good.
And so it's a good thing. We got Stephen Kipley, the mayor of Kentwood, and we got Nathaniel Moody, which is the 3rd Ward commissioner here in Grand Rapids. And so, so we got 2 lieutenant colonels that's going to be there. That's also members of our post. One of them, Denny Gillum, he's a West Point graduate.
Wow.
And so he spent almost 30 years in the Army.
Wow. All right.
Well, very good.
Well, yes, again, 6 o'clock tonight. We'll get all those details posted for you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having us.